If you want to see consistent long-term growth as an artist on Spotify, hands down, the best place you can put your money is into a Spotify growth campaign using Facebook ads. I have been running a Spotify growth campaign consistently for the past 5 months, and the results have been great. So today, we're going to take a peek under the hood of my Spotify growth campaign, and I'm going to show you all the details from the campaign level, ad set level, all the way down to the ad level so that you can see what I'm doing and apply it in your own campaigns. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what a Spotify growth campaign is, in short, it is a way to consistently grow your followers every single day on the platform while also increasing the number of streams you're getting over time. Myself, I use 2 types of campaigns. I use a Spotify growth campaign on a consistent basis where I spend $10 a day without fail. And then I use what I refer to as a Spotify release campaign. And that's an entirely different animal that I'll outline in another video. If you want a comparison between the two, you can check out this video right here that I recently posted explaining their differences and how I apply them in my own music marketing. So if we hop into Facebook ads, the first thing we're going to look at is the campaign level view of my Spotify ongoing growth campaign. And right now we're looking at the last 30 days, but we're going to switch it to lifetime just so you guys can see real quick what we're working with. I started this campaign on December 25th of 2020, so it's been running for just under 5 months at this point. And in that time frame, I've gotten over 10,000 conversions at a cost of, on average, 13 cents per conversion. I've made over 2 million impressions, and the data that supports all of this is just great as well. It's only cost me 60 cents per 1,000 impressions. I've gotten 14,000, almost 15,000 link clicks, almost 13,000 landing page views, 9 cents per click, 10 cents per landing page view, 13 cents per view content, and 0.66% click-through rate. And then all told, I've gotten 33,095% video views, which is a group that I use for retargeting, which we'll get to in a little bit. And looking at the campaign view, this is how it's set up. I am running an auction campaign optimizing for conversions. I have no spending limits set, and going down here, I have a daily budget of $10 per day. I'm using the lowest cost bid strategy, and my ads are scheduled to run constantly all the time, 24 hours a day. And getting into the ad set level, I'm currently testing 3 different ad sets. One of them is the ad set that's been running the whole time. So you can basically think that I'm testing these other 2 against the existing kind of incumbent ad set that's been working. So we're going to look at that main ad set first, and the thing that's been kind of carrying this campaign the whole time. So that's this ad set right here. Right? It's called Lions All Spotify. The ad set name has changed over time because I've had different ads in and out of here. Currently, the only ad I'm running is an ad for my song Lions, which if you want to check out, I'll leave a link to that song on Spotify in the description of this video. So back to the ad set level, we're going to look at this ad set. So again, I'm optimizing for conversions. My view content event is the conversion event of choice. I'm using my pixel. I started it on December 25th at midnight. I have no spending limits set, and this is what I'm currently targeting. So I have 2 custom audiences and then 2 lookalike audiences that are built off of those custom audiences. So the first custom audience is people who have viewed 95% of all of the ad videos that I have run within the last 5 months. So every time I add an ad, nailed it, add an ad to this campaign, I drop that ad into this custom audience for reference. So this is a gigantic pool of anybody who has watched 95% of any ad video that I have put out within the last 60 days. And so it's named accordingly. Ad vids, 95%, 60. The next one is everybody who has clicked the button on a landing page, any landing page for any ad for any song within the last 60 days as well. And then those lookalike audiences are built off of those 2 custom audiences. So we have a 1% lookalike audience that's built off of the ad video viewers at a 95% view rate for the past 60 days. And then we have a 1% lookalike audience that's built off of people who have clicked the button and triggered the view content conversion in the last 60 days. And that's all that I'm targeting. I'm not targeting any additional artists or anything like that, but we'll get to that in just a second. Now, as for territories, in this ad set, I'm just scrolling through all of them really quick. It doesn't matter. You can find this on Spotify's website. I am targeting all Spotify territories, with a bit of a caveat. I made this ad set before Spotify started adding a bunch of new territories for 2021. So all of the new territories that they have added in 2021, I have not started to include in my marketing yet. If you want to include those, totally cool. If you don't want to include those, totally cool as well. I simply haven't updated this ad set to include them yet. All the countries that are included are, let's call them the legacy Spotify territories, all the way up to when they added Russia and all of the Eastern European countries and kind of that section of the world. So I have all of those territories on Spotify from there back. Next, we'll come down to age. So my target demographic when looking at Spotify for artists is about 18 to 34. That's where most of the traffic happens for me. So if I go to my Spotify for artists, you can see there's a big bulk of traffic between 18 to 22, 23, 27, 28, 34. So 18 to 34 definitely has the most traffic for me on Spotify. So that's what I'm targeting. I'm going all genders, and then under detailed targeting here, I'm only narrowing for Spotify. That's it. Not including any artists or anything like that, because all of that fine-grained detail is built into my custom and lookalike audiences because I have made those off of all the data I've gotten up to this point from all the campaigns that I've run. Coming down here, I'm using manual placements. I'm only using mobile placements, not desktop, and I'm only using stories placements for my ads. And I'm using all 3 stories placements available. I'm using Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger stories for everything. And then from there, I have no cost control. I'm optimizing for conversions. And one last thing on this ad set level, back up here to the custom audiences that I'm targeting. The reason I'm using both custom audiences and lookalike audiences within the same targeting is to combine both the cold audience, which is the lookalike, and the retarget audience, which is the custom audiences. So these custom audiences are people who have engaged with my brand before. They're a warm audience. So people who have seen my video and or clicked a link on the landing page for my ad. So they've experienced something from me before. And the lookalike audiences likely have never heard of me before. So I'm combining both groups into one because it allows my ad set to optimize more quickly, get out of the learning phase, and combines that data that is happening into one ad set rather than fragmenting it out into 2. I used to run it as 2 where it would have a lookalike ad set and then a retargeting ad set, but now I just include it all in one, and the results have actually been better doing it this way. And after that, we'll take a look at the ad level of this main ad set here. So here at the ad level, we've got my ad for my song Lions, and this has been the best performing ad that I've had so far, which is why it's the one that's still active. So as you can see, it's a very simple ad. I've got some animated text that says swipe up, listen on Spotify, the album art, and then the background is the album art with some very subtle movement behind it. Very simple. It's been very effective. No other text or anything like that on here. I'm using a toned in link that's got my own custom domain, subdomain on it, go.tomdupreethird.com/lions. And then my call to action is listen now. And everything else is pretty standard there. So really clean ad, really simple setup, very basic and very effective as a result. So that's kind of the main setup that I've been using for the past 5 months. Things have adjusted at the ad level a little bit as I've had ads that have done better or worse. I'll pull one, I'll add another, things like that. I'm testing that. But the targeting at the ad set level for this ad set has stayed exactly the same for the past 5 months, save for the fact that I combined the lookalike and the retargeting custom ads into one. That's the only ad set level change that I've made to this campaign or this ad set specifically over the past 5 months. So this is what my Spotify growth campaign looks like. It has been like this for 5 months. As I said, I'm sort of testing stuff in and out. I'm adding in some ad sets here and there, just kind of testing them against the main kind of incumbent ad set. But that main ad set has been running the whole time ever since December 25th of 2020, and it has been producing great results for me. I've been really happy with it. If you want to not spend a ton of money, you want to spend like $5 a day or $10 a day, which is what I'm spending on this campaign. I've spent $10 a day consistently. If you want to do that and try to grow your followers and get more streams on Spotify, this is, in my experience, the best way to do it. There are other methods you can employ, like a Spotify release campaign and even some other more complicated stuff. But if you want to stick to the basics and stick to what works and have a long-term strategy for growth on Spotify, and that will carry over to other platforms as well, this is the way to do it. Now at the end here, I've got a couple things you can check out. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.